Hi, my husband was out of town last night, so I took myself out on the town. I went to the new vegan restaurant on Larchmont, and it was very good. But I could have done without the vegan attitude. I mean, the menu is already very heavy-handed with the selections being like, I am grateful, I am fortified, I am thankful. But then to also have the waitress say, oh, and by the way, we have a question for you. And you can let me know now your answer, or you can think about it and let me know. What brings you peace? And I immediately said, because I just didn't want it hanging over my head through the meal, I said, sleep brings me peace. Okay, thanks. I think I might be a very angry person inside, and I know that that can be a form of depression. Anyway, I decided to go see a movie at the ArcLight after dinner, and I was either going to see Tree of Life or the new Woody Allen movie, and I think Tree of Life probably would have been the LA choice. And I love to cry at movies. I love to cry at anything. I just went to my kids' talent show the other day, and a little girl sang Annie, Tomorrow from Annie, and I cried during that. So I decided to see Midnight in Paris. The New York side of me went out, and I went into the theater, and this gaggle of old people came in and sat right next to me, like no seat between us. And they all had on some kind of horrible, reeking cologne, individual. They each had their own individual cologne on. I guess they were trying to cover up the stench of decay, but decay was, if not the middle note, then the bottom note on every one of them. Sorry, old people. I could still smell it. So anyway, I got really annoyed during the movie. I moved, by the way, and they looked at me like, huh, who are you moving? But I should have moved even farther because, of course, they narrated the entire movie. That's Ernest Hemingway. That's Gertrude Stein. I got annoyed during the movie, not because of that, but because I felt like Woody Allen was talking down to me the whole time. Like maybe he's the professor that I would have liked to seduce me or seduce when I was 20 years old. You know, the one who had you read Zazie in the Metro or Nadja by Andre Breton. That guy. But you know what? I just felt like, we all know Ernest Hemingway was a macho guy who liked to box. We don't have to hear it 10 times in every line that the Ernest Hemingway character says, right? So anyway, I walk out of the movie, and I'm sitting, I go and I have a glass of wine at the bar after the movie, and to read a book, like a single white lady and who's middle-aged does. And there was this couple that came and sat next to me, and the wife was hugely pregnant, and the husband said, are these seats taken? And I said, no, of course not. And he said, can you sit on that, to his wife about the stool at the bar? And she said, yeah, of course I can sit on this. Why would you ask me that? And he said, well, you've got some odd weight distribution going on. So my ears are immediately Jamie Summers. I'm listening. And he takes a phone call. Then he gets off the phone. He orders a Sam Adams. She's like, who was that? Was it work? Can they get you some work? And he's like, yeah, maybe, sure. And then there's a long pause. She's like, beep, beep, boop, boop, boop on her phone. And then she said, you know, at LensCrafters the other day, you reeked of liquor. And he said, no, that wasn't me. And she said, yes, it was. I could smell it. I could smell it on your breath. It was you. And he said, that wasn't me. And then there were like 3 beats. And then he literally held his finger up and went, a bartender, can I get a shot of Jameson's, please? It's very funny. I left the theater feeling very superior. I felt like I had had 8 or 9 sessions of couples therapy just overhearing those people, and I felt so strong and butch that I went to the ghetto drug dealer car wash in my neighborhood, manual car wash, and I washed my car. And then I drove around for 20 minutes listening to hardcore hip-hop. So I'm glad to see Martha's back, and I'm glad to see Richard talk. I've never seen him talk in person before. That's pretty fun. And the Stevens, y'all are brilliant.